Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to explain about the things you have to keep in mind before taking your first attempt to CSIR UGC NET exam Earth Science. So let's get started. So I will be explaining about the purpose of the exam, its eligibility criteria, marking pattern, exam syllabus and the books that you have to refer while you are taking this exam or preparing for it. The exam is conducted twice a year, one in June and the second one in December. For the exam that is happening in June, the application date will be almost from March to April, and we will get the hall ticket by May. And for the December one, we would get the hall ticket by November, and the application date starts basically from September to October. And another important thing to take in mind is that it is completely in online mode, and the main purpose of this exam is selecting eligible candidates for research and lectureship in UGC approved institutions. So the CSIR NET exam is conducted basically for five basic subjects. They are chemical science, mathematical science, physical science, life science, and earth science. So I am gonna tell more about the earth science as it is our subject, which I am concentrating in. So the other subject comes under the NET exam, which is not of scientific background. So these are the five subjects which comes under CSIR UGC NET exam. Here are some other details, like it is in online mode and it comprises of 3 hours in which we have to complete the exam, and the age limit is 28 years for general category and 31 years for OBC category, and for SC, ST, PWD and for female the age is 33 years. And another important thing that we have to note or take in mind is that candidates who are applying for the post of lectureship or for the qualifying that category of assistant professor, they have no age limit. The age limit is only for those who is applying for JRF, like those who want to take research, they have particular 28 years for general category. That is the only age limit that we have in CSIR net. For assistant professor post, there is no age limit. You could take the exam in any age. As we said earlier, there is an age relaxation of 3 years for OBC for JRF and 5 years for SC, ST, females and transgenders. So next I'm going to explain about the most important part that you have to keep in your mind. That is the marking pattern, understanding the marking pattern and knowing how the questions may come. So there are basically 3 sections. They are part A, part B and part C. Part A is basically general aptitude and reasoning questions. Part B, atmospheric, ocean, and planetary science questions. And in part C comes general geology. Like most of the questions are from the subject wise. Like you have to have great knowledge and understand the basic concept to answer these questions. So now let us check on to the number of questions from each part. In part A, there will be 20 questions, and from part B there will be 50 questions, and from part C there will be 80 questions in the question paper. So there will be a total of 150 questions provided to you. And from these questions, from part A, you only have to attempt 15 questions. And from part B, you have to attempt 35 questions. And from part C, you only have to attempt 25 questions. So, all your mark is based on how wisely you select which question you know well, you understand it, and you will be able to answer it. And the marking pattern is 2 marks for part A. For one right answer, you will be getting 2 marks from part A question. For one question right from part B, you will be getting 2 marks again. And for getting 1 question right in part C, you will be getting 4 marks. So from this onwards, you could feel the or understand what is the difference. Like if you are attempting 2 questions, it will be equal for attempting 1 question in part C. So you have to think wise and select which question you have to attempt and do it well. By also time is another important factor. by maintaining the time, and doing great management of time management is really important. So it can be made by practicing more type of question papers again and again. So practice makes a man perfect. So that's the only thing for time management. So then comes the maximum mark. For part A, you have a maximum mark would be 30, which you will be obtaining, and for part B, 70, part C, 100. So the total mark would be 200. Another important thing to keep in mind is the negative mark. For part A, for one incorrect answer, you will be getting zero point 0.5 negative. For part B, also zero point 0.5 negative, and for part C, you have 1.32 negative. So that's the things about the marking pattern which you have to keep in your mind. So here is the minimum qualifying mark, that is for general it is 33 percentage, and for SC/ST PWD the minimum qualifying mark is 25%. So another thing is that about the competitive exam, you know that almost 2 lakh to 3 lakh students are yearly, or in each exam they are attempting this exam. So you cannot score well if you perform well. You have to outperform the other students as well to get to secure a good rank or get a good mark in this exam. So in this exam, like this type of competitive exam, it is not about scoring well, it is scoring well than others. So here comes the main problem or the main issue in this exam, that is the cutoff. The cutoff will be different in each year. So the factors, there are many factors which determine the cutoff in different years. One of the major thing, three reasons are given in this video. So the given here is the cutoff of previous year earth science. It is mostly based upon 53 to 58 percentage cutoff in the previous year. So next is about the syllabus, which we must know before taking on to our exam. So the first thing is that the exam pattern or questions is divided into three sections. In part A section, it is basically more based on the logical reasoning sections, like it consists of logical reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, analytical and numerical ability, graphical analysis. And in part B comes earth and solar system, earth materials, interior of earth and tectonics, ocean and atmosphere, environmental earth sciences. And in part C, like more like in a depth, we are studying about we have to learn about the subject. Here comes the geology, which consists of mineralogy, structural geology, paleontology, etc. And then geophysics. Then comes physical geography, which consists of climatology, geomorphology, etc. And then meteorology. It also consists of physical meteorology, atmospheric electricity, cloud physics, etc. And ocean sciences and applied geology. Applied geology must be taken in good care because most of the calculation parts will be coming from the applied geology part. If you are mostly weak in this calculation type, you can just leave that applied geology area if you are in the last minute of preparation. So these are just a list of books that you have to read through if you are taking this exam seriously. Like these all are the must books of which consist of the basic concepts of different important topics that will be covered in this syllabus of the exam. And if you want to refer more books, it's really good, but this have to be taken care well. So you could just take a screenshot of this. I'm not reading out it all. So, if you're in the last minute of the preparation, like if only a month is left for you to the exam, I will suggest you these two books. So, it consists of previous year question papers and their explanation. So, it will be really helpful in the last minute of your exam. And also, if only a few days are left, I will suggest to go through previous year question papers and get a good practice of the way the question comes. So you will be more thorough about the pattern, as well as sometimes some questions may repeat not in the same way it has come in the previous questions, but in a twisted way. So it will be better you go through previous year question paper, and also you will get an idea about what all topics are getting repeated, so you could get time to concentrate more on those topics. So Thank you for watching and hope you got a basic idea of the csir UGC net exam, where how it is done. And please subscribe the channel and like the video for more informative and videos that is based on geology. So thank you.